I don't.
Write down
each word.
notes.
Five in the damn morning. Been too long since I woke myself up, snoring. I've been up worrying myself into a mess while replaying a life with the memories I'd rather repress. You call it life, I call it stress. If your thoughts are yours, then they must be the best. I hate being talented, but every now and then I take the time to wonder if I wasn't born with it. Would I even have purpose? Every thought I have is scandalous. My brain is chaos and nobody can handle this. I see sound in fourth-dimensional shapes. Spend every day stuck in the planet of the apes. It's about facts, nah, it's about race. It's about gender, just ignore climate change. Abuse from my peers led to incurable rage. Now a crowded room feels a lot more like a cage. If somebody looks at me the wrong way, I think about it all day. Let that fester inside, boil in my mind. Even if your look was innocent and benign, I still wanna rip your fucking guts out. Chew them up with my mouth, shove a spike up yourself. Cut your body up and leave the bits around town. I'm the clown who came to town to write this on the wall upside down. Whoa, whoa. Not many people that think this way, come with me, are gonna float in this place. 5:01 in the morning. Still trying to sleep, but my mind keeps soaring. I got a lot to say, and I don't know how to say it. My tongue is fucking bleeding, but you know I gotta spray it. Feeling evil is my everyday hobby. At this point, suicide can't even stop me. If you aren't called a freak, then you're doing it wrong. I killed all my bullies and then I ate them raw. Yeah, we should drop less bombs and consume from more bones. Yes, just as long as you know that it's wrong to move along without speaking your mind and speaking to mine. If you got the time, spread this rhyme so that everybody knows. You don't have to be a drone and you are your own master. But that's the fact that the church don't want you to know. You're in hell right now, you don't have to go below. And so you should live your life the way that you want. And you can spread this message now that you've been taught. Just speak the truth. Damn, don't even look to you as a freak. Just stick up your middle finger, cause your mission is complete. Even if they say you'll never go anywhere, they'll die nobody, so why should you even care? I'm the clown who came to town to write this on the wall upside down. Whoa, whoa. Not many people that think this way, come with me, are gonna float in this place.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Wood. This is the Morning Wood where you get wooded good, because that wood is so good. Yes, it is. I see. Yes, it is. Anyways, it is, what is today? It's Tuesday, right? Yes, it's the 28th of some month of the year. Fuck the calendar.
It's April.
Yeah. I don't care about the calendar. Fuck the calendar.
It doesn't matter anymore, dude.
Calendars are fun.
Yeah, well, they used to be when it mattered, Landon. It doesn't matter anymore.
Just take your calendar, put it in the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the stuff still keeps spinning around in the solar system, so there you go.
Well, we're about to be eaten up by aliens anyway. You seen the UFO? Shit. The marijuana's.
I want to be
Anyways.
part of the cool guy club.
You shut up. We're joined today
Ooh,
by
look at that.
yeah, people talking, and I'm trying to introduce people. Shut up. Okay. We're joined by Ad Friendly as Fuck, also known as D. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good.
And we're also joined by the wonderful, amazing, very intelligent Shabisky. Landon.
What?
How you doing?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon your time zone and latitude. And hello there, great Pimpmunk.
I love when Landon says that.
Yeah, I do too. And of course, we're joined by my wonderful co-host Shabisky and Missy, and the awesome, amazing producer man himself, Booleanenator. And this is the morning wood, and I'm about to rub shit on my nose so I can smell.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's
We're the
important
greatest.
to the process, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the vapor rub, and it clears me my sinuses.
That's usually what it does.
It's what it does.
Isn't loss of smell one of the signs of COVID-19?
Well, yeah, but I always have to do that. I've been doing that shit for years because of my sinuses.
Well, you're just ahead of your time.
I'm just ahead of the time. Yeah.
Dude, I actually knew somebody who lost their sense of smell, and they had like no problems with it.
Don't you can't like taste properly though?
Yes.
If you
Missy is correct.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. But like, she also couldn't smell farts. That was one of her main arguments as to why it was probably for the best.
Superpower.
Yeah, she got into a car accident and had like a brain injury of some kind, and she's just like, I can't smell now.
But there's a reason why you should be able to smell a fart, because you don't want to inhale it. Because when you're smelling a fart, you're actually smelling little Mr. Hanky particles.
Then why do people smell twice, Landon?
Yeah, why do people bury themselves underneath the covers and smell their own farts, Landon?
They're deviants.
I didn't actually come up with this. I heard this somewhere. It's probably a comedian, but there is the initial smell that's a fart, and then you smell it again just to make sure. And like, I guarantee everybody does that same shit. Like, you have to verify that's really a fart.
Yeah, and if you ever say you farted, everybody in the room sniffs. They'll try to smell it for some reason. I don't know why they do that.
But you have to inhale at some point, or you die. So,
right, you have to keep smelling it.
but you should get out of the area for that. It would be there. That's one of the advantages of being able to smell a fart.
Yeah,
and enough concentration, the methane is also a tree's stoichiometry levels of boom boom.
Boom boom.
So sniffing other people's farts is probably a bad idea.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I would think
Probably.
so.
I think sniffing your own farts is a bad idea.
No, my farts are wonderful.
But you know, the guy, who's that African preacher that keeps talking about the poo poo and
eat the poo poo.
Eat the poo poo.
Yes.
Eat the poo poo.
that guy. He doesn't talk about smelling it. He just talks about licking it. So
I have yet to see this African preacher talking about licking doo doo.
Oh my God, it's
that's
ridiculous.
We must educate you.
He's this horribly anti-gay pastor, and he's basically like showing his congregation like the positions by which gay people ingest feces, you know.
What?
And fisting.
Eating the poo-poo.
And drugs. Yes.
Yeah.
The drugs and the poo poo and so forth.
Yes. And all
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
He probably is somebody who desires that. That's why he studied it so aggressively.
He has to have had like personal experience with this.
Well,
with
yeah.
how much he knows about it. You know.
That's like what was that preacher's name? He used to talk about eating the cum and shit. The black guy.
Oh fuck. Is it Jeremiah? I think it's Jeremiah Wright or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like
it's
that.
The black guy. He said they're putting homo semen in the coffee at Starbucks or something.
Yeah. And then he admitted, like, basically of having gay sex in prison.
And that was an interview with Cenk Uygur from TYT, by the way. That fucking interview was so masterfully handled by Cenk that fucking came out.
I think a lot of people go gay for the stay, though. You know, it's not uncommon to be gay for the stay. So
just as an FYI for their You can search on YouTube for eat da poo poo, right?
Okay.
Uganda, right?
The way that you say it, I feel like I've seen videos of saying something, but I didn't realize it was like a priest, and he was
I
like.
put the link in the private chat, but he was basically reacting to Obama that was trying to talk about human rights in Africa, and he's a Ugandan preacher that was speaking against the quote legalization of homosexuality in Africa, and he did this in-depth research. He sends the kids out, and he goes and shows people the practices.
This is quite.
Yes. Needs a poo-poo practice. You should get into that, Missy, eating the poo-poos.
Why?
Ew.
Why do I need to? Why?
A little dookie dinner never hurt.
Well, for those that know about scam baiting, one of the things that scam baiter people get someone to do is they have to answer security questions, and they basically take portions of this guy's speech, and then ask the person, so what do you think about
Poo
eating the poo-poo, anal licking and fisting and all that sort of stuff that he talks about, and makes them listen to his spiel, and then they have to answer it correctly in order to try to get their money.
Huh. I had a weird Ugandan priest man message me on Instagram and told me that the ancestors told him to get in contact with me. And I was like, oh yeah? What'd they say? And he has yet to answer me.
Oh, that sounds like a match made in heaven, right? It's like
I just
Romeo
want to know
there.
why the Ugandan ancestors are telling him to get in contact with little old me all the way over.
Oh. Yes, but did you press the Windows key, right? The Windows R key. So I don't have a Windows key, but on Linux box, what would have been the Windows key in R is KDE bound to popping up saying not a virus.
Bill Hicks says that they can't hear bulls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What the fucking fuck?
My fault.
You guys have been deprived of the most
probably when you play that
profound statements anyone has ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably when you played that sound earlier, that sound bite. Probably. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
So I guess I see that we are off to a very good start for your show. Talking about important things like bodily functions, that sort of thing.
We never get started really. We just go.
Dude, it never ends.
Yeah.
It never ends.
I see Tommy from the Bronx.
Continues.
Tommy from the Bronx is in the brother. Hello there, Tommy.
That guy sucks.
He's an amazing person.
Shabby, I don't think he's playing with you when he's talking like that right now. So I don't think he's actually playing with you right now.
Oh no.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think
he's smoking crack.
Dude. He's armed in the fucking chat right now with the wrench. He could just fucking wield his Thor-like powers and probably decimate you. I'd be careful.
Mm-hmm.
At some stage, I'd love to do a interview with Tommy about Tommy and some of his life things out there. I think you'd be.
His adventures at the Blue Oyster Club are pretty cool.
He's got some pretty good, excellent adventures.
Yeah. Now I'm eating peppermint because I got fucking gas. I'm trying not to. Yeah. Anyways.
What a segue.
Yeah.
I got gas pains. Anyways. I had a dream last night. I want to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
It fucked me up a little bit.
Ooh.
So I dreamed there was this grocery store, right? And for some reason, I got into an argument with an old woman, and I was rude for some reason, and I cussed her. I cussed her. Left the grocery store, went home, and all of a sudden I started getting all kind of phone calls from people like, "You sorry son of a bitch, cussing someone." It was like strangers. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on? How do they know I cussed this old woman out?" And then I get a text from my ex-wife who wouldn't have my phone number, saying, "You're all over the internet." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm Pimpmunk." She says, "No, you cussed an old woman, and you're on the internet." So I went and looked at it, and it was like videotaped, right? Now me cussing this old woman. And then all of a sudden it was on Fox News, CNN, worst person in the world. That was actually the headline. Worst person in the world. And it was just everywhere. And I had people coming after me, and they were like fucking shooting at me and stabbing me, or trying to stab me, not stab me. And I was running, and there was death threats to my mom. And then I woke up.
You know what I think? You know what I think about this story, Pimp?
What's that?
This is a fucking premonition, bro. Like, you better be so sweet to every fucking old lady you see from here on out, or that shit might just fucking happen, dude. That shit might happen.
Very nice to elderly people.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but you have been arguing with everybody else on Facebook. So.
But Pimpmunk, I mean, your mom would not tolerate you doing that, didn't she? Did so in your dream, did your mom express?
No, that's the thing. I was trying to protect her because people were after her too.
You know how dreams are. You never get like the full context of like the entire situation.
Yeah.
Right?
My dream was so bugged out, I wouldn't even know where to start explaining
this. There was a lot of stuff that went on that I can't really explain. But that's just the main part of the dream, and it was one of those dreams that felt so real too. When I woke up, I was like shaking and shit.
I hate those ones. I've woken up like crying before. Like, it's fucking awful.
No, I'm not one that puts meaning into dreams, by the way. I think dreams are just your fucking brain relaxing. It does things. That's what I believe.
Well, they did like a thing where, I don't know if it's the MRI or whatever they do, but they were like mapping the brain while people were dreaming, and your frontal cortex just completely shuts down. But all your like emotional receptors start like flaring up like crazy. So I think it's just a way for your subconscious to work out whatever you are emotionally going through at that time.
But I haven't.
That's a nice excuse. That's a nice excuse, but we all really know.
Yeah, I hate old people.
We're fucking hacked into the Matrix, dude. That's why you're seeing these dreams, man.
That's why I get deja vu all the time.
The system is trying to tell you something, right? You're getting a glimpse.
Here's the problem. I know what the issue is. I always, on my laptop, beside my bed, I always put on South Park and go to sleep. And I always do good shit. Last night I forgot to do it. I didn't put on South Park. I was watching some YouTube stuff, and something might have happened with an old person or something on YouTube or something. It had to be, or the idea of video was in my head or something like that. But I always watch South Park, and I always have like goofy dreams now, dude. I've learned if you go to sleep to something goofy, you'll dream goofy and funny shit.
Yes, I mean it sort of helps program. But mentally you can decide to put in your mind some scene. Mm-hmm. And then you will tend to then dream along a dream. So it's like you can write your own sort of little story or novel.
Explain to me deja vu, because I've seen buildings in my dream of places I know I've never been, and then gone to a place I've never fucking been before and been like, there's the building I was in my dream.
But because in dreams you tend to have stuff which is self-consistent, right?
Yeah.
You have stuff which makes sense even though it doesn't make sense because it starts in your brain as having made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And also the fact that you're operating off of a memory which we already know is flawed. We reconstruct our memories continuously over time.
I swear, I will dream of a specific house, and stuff happens at that house, and then I will go to a town that I've never fucking been in my life, and I will see that goddamn house. So how does that happen?
A trick of the mind? I guess
Yep.
our brains are fucked
Yep.
up.
One of the most
Yeah.
fucked up dreams I ever had.
It is not the case that you're predicting the future.
Yeah.
That we know for certain.
One of the most fucked up dreams I've ever had was I dreamed as an adult now. I walked into the room and there I was as a kid getting raped.
Well,
Wait, what the fuck?
Trying to be an adult protecting.
And I couldn't,
Big
but
now.
But
you
they,
know?
I couldn't stop it.
You couldn't stop it,
Yeah.
right?
I couldn't
Because
stop.
you can't change the
So-
past.
It's
So
funny
there's a
you
lot of
brought.
things-
Well, wait a second. She said deja vu, and it's deja vu in a dream is something entirely different than conscious deja
Yes.
vu.
Yeah.
And conscious deja vu is a short circuit because your sensory input goes through a different part of your brain, and sometimes it short circuits and bypasses that and goes to your memory first, and then you hear it, or see
Yes.
it or whatever. But that's normal deja vu, and I suffer from that a lot because I'm epileptic.
Yeah.
I get deja vu all the time.
And so having a memory start first or having a sensory perception and it being also in your brain as having been that way, is part of this process. But the brain, when you look at stuff like optical illusions and you try to make sense of it, or people who perform magic tricks are showing you that your perceptions, even your memory, is quite flawed. And so it's fun. I mean, I think it's fun because I like to have a scene in my head of a story, and I sort of like Pimpmunk does with South Park, have some scene there, and then go ahead and dream.
Yeah.
And it's not as if I tell my dream what it is, but it creates the starting point, and I see how it evolves.
Then your mind
and
goes
I wake
from
up, I
there,
remember it, and then come back and try that again. So I have a serial set of dreams. Occasionally, I'll get some interruption, right? And there'll be something else completely unprogrammed. But it's fun.
So on like what kind of interval do you exchange your sort of like thought process as you sleep, right? Because this is like a sleep hygiene kind of thing. Not everyone does the same thing when they go to sleep. They don't always just imagine something or create a world. And some people think about what they're going to do tomorrow, which I think is fucking ridiculous. What are you doing? You're fucking going to sleep. Don't do that shit.
Yeah. So having a bunch of several different stories, and I get to pick back because I get bored with one and pick something else, and then have it continue forward.
I do the same thing.
So it's as if there is this world in my head that my dreams exploring. Obviously, interactions and things happening today are part of that stuff. But it's a fun way to sort of have this dream.
Dude, I create works of art in my fucking mind when I'm going to sleep, dude. That's what I create, these elaborate stories with multiple characters that none of you guys will ever fucking know anything about.
Have you ever tried?
You
Here's a question: have you ever tried to have a nightmare? Though, like, have you ever sat there and thought of scary shit to have a nightmare?
I haven't actively sat there oh, I'm gonna make myself have a nightmare tonight, but I know
because Wes Craven does that.
I can tell. The closest thing to that I can think of is when I was told when I was trying to quit cigarettes, they had me on the patch and what is it, the Chantix pill or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they were like, don't keep the patch on and take this medication close to the time it's time to go to sleep, or you're gonna have fucked up dreams.
You will.
So that's exactly what I fucking did, dude. I was.
You'll have some fucked up.
Patch on, dude. I popped that fucking pill.
And they're vivid too, right, D? They're like super vivid color, like it's almost like an LSD trip in your dream.
It really is. It's fucked up. It's what it is.
My dreams are like that normally, though. I've done so much E in my life. My brain waves are not correct anymore.
Yeah. So. I think it depends again on what constitutes a nightmare. I mean, I had stories where it gets into very dark places, but it's not necessarily that. Then it's like I'm falling on that kind of stuff, right? But on occasion, I think if I ignore something and it just bubbles up, it's like it's bubbled up to the surface and forces saying, we're gonna interrupt your serial dream with the following important message, right?
It's forced advertisement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think all nightmares are necessarily you falling. Like I had a nightmare a couple months ago about my dad because my dad passed away in 2013, and we were in the my dad loved deep sea tuna fishing. And we were on a boat in the ocean, and my dad's boat was sinking, and I couldn't get him to come off of the boat. And I'm like, but you're going to go down there, and I'm not going to be able to get you. Like I'm actively trying to get him to come back up, and he's not coming up. And like, that's a nightmare as well. You know?
I know a nightmare for Landon would be to open up a
map. Like someone chasing you or falling.
A nightmare for Landon would be to open up a mathematical book and the pages be blank.
Just turning every one of us. No, this can't be true.
But since we're sharing nightmares, and you talk about yours, my most recent nightmare was I experienced a nuclear test detonation of a device that I may or may not have had something to do with. And there is a thing where the night before the test, you actually sleep in the room with the device.
Yeah.
And then you get out there, you wake up and you get out, and there was a mess up, and I was in the wrong place and didn't follow protocols, and then experienced the device in action. And was basically doing the calculations and counting down how long I had to live, right? Based upon all this stuff and seeing, and the effects were very, very, very realistic, but I was also feeling them, right? That was the thing that was amazing, was the vivid dream was that it was technically accurate and feeling, radiation, pressure blasts, and all that sort of stuff. So that was my dream, and said,
You know what I hate
That's
the most?
terrible,
Freaking
dude.
sleep
It is
paralysis.
terrible.
No.
That's fucking
Sleep
awful.
paralysis.
I'm going to survive,
Terrifying.
but it was like, your bad news survival.
Yes.
Those dreams that always have nightmares, I think, have like a common theme of like just a loss of control. Like you can be like a nightmare can be as catastrophic as what you're describing, Landon, or it could be like you're crossing the street and you for some reason your legs just move at like 1% speed and like a bus is coming your way and it's like it could be like any loss of control.
But it's that loss of control. That was the same thing. There was even doing something like knowing the procedure of what I should have been able to do to say abort the test. I'm still nearby.
Yeah.
And I just sort of couldn't, right? That loss of control of all the safety stuff. And so it went off.
You wouldn't put yourself in that situation. Like the waking Landon wouldn't make that kind of a mistake. Yeah. But in the nightmare scenario, Landon, it's the scenario where waking Landon doesn't have that much control over what's going to happen.
And
I have a reoccurring one where I'm constantly driving without my glasses. Like for some reason, my glasses are gone, and my kids are in the car, and I have to keep driving. But
see, that's like going to school naked, right? You're already at school naked. What are you going to do? You're already driving without glasses.
Yeah, and I'm like legit blind. Like I can't. I never not have my glasses on. Like I can't see without them at all. So like I probably have that dream. Where I'm driving without my glasses and my kids are in the car. So I think like reoccurring nightmares and all that stuff is just your body reacting to just subconscious fears that you have.
That's a lot of dreams, I do believe.
Being chased by something.
I want to know what Shabisky dreams about.
There's this weird thing that I've had for a long time where I have these dreams where I go back to school. Like I'm brand new at a high school and I need to figure out.
Went the first time.
Yeah.
like it's always this big thing where I'm like, oh, where's the next class? And I need to go. I'm like, oh, I don't have a schedule. I need to go get a schedule. Oh, where's it? And it's always this struggle to get to the next class.
I have that same thing, Shabisky, the same sort of thing of knowing there's a class you've enrolled in and you haven't been there for like the first 4 or 5 sessions.
Yeah.
And you're screwed, right? And loss of control.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like the first day of
The only
school,
dream
and
I had.
like, what? Go on.
Sorry, Jim. I said the only dream I had about high school was that I was having lesbian sex with Alanis Morissette in the middle of the hallway.
That's fucking awesome.
Yay.
And like people are getting out of class and like we're like under a blanket and like people are walking by like looking at us and like we don't want to stop, but like we're trying to like not move, like be still, be a statue, they won't see you.
Dude,
Isn't
we
it
all
ironic?
have those dreams that we want to go back to.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Those dreams that we want to dream again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fucking dreams for me. It's always fucking dreams. But I had a dream kind of similar to what you were talking about, Shabby, but it wasn't school. I had an appointment, right? And I went into this building and they told me to go to room something or another. I can't remember. But there was this like endless fucking hallway of rooms. And I kept going to these fucking doors and I couldn't find the right room and I was sweating and panicking. It was like, it was crazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's that first day of school or so forth. Yeah, I'm seeing in the chat is a lot of similar stuff. But you're talking about the naked at school. This actually happened where it was in a class and there were these 2 people who were going to basically pull this prank. Mm-hmm. And the prank of one person basically convinced anyone that he was able to hypnotize somebody. And the other person hypnotized, he convinced that person to take off all his clothes and put it in the back, put it in his, in his desk and sit down. And he actually did that. He said, but it doesn't work unless everyone pretends it's not.
Wow.
And he convinced everyone, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to come in, blah, blah, blah. And so, and so people went along with it. And the guy, of course, pretending to be hypnotized, not like the stupid vaudeville type thing, but took all his clothes, put it in the thing and sat down. And so the entire class was behaving as if nothing was happening. And the teacher comes in and sees this person butt naked.
Wow.
No,
That's
fucking
hilarious.
way,
And it was like bizarre, as in, but everyone wanted to go along with it because everyone wanted to see what would actually happen. Yeah. So everyone was very covered. Don't look at them. Just pretend like everything's normal. And
I dreamed that I was having this. It sounds like a joke, but I promise it's not. I dreamed I was having sex with this chick, right? And the sex part isn't even like, I'm not getting freaky here, I promise. But every time I close my eyes and every time I look at her, she become a different person.
That's happened to me in sex dreams before.
It was like every time I looked, it was a different woman, and one time it was a dude. I mean, it was weird.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's your homo flexibility or whatever it was, right? That was when that had to have been when it started, dude.
What was that? What was it? Homo flexibility?
You're homo flexible, right?
Homo flexible. Yeah, that's what I used to say. I'm homo flexible. Yeah, I used to say that all the time. I'm homo flexible.
Yeah. By the way, the answer I'm going to ask about what happened with the class is that the person who took off their clothes did not get in trouble, but the entire class was put in detention because we were apparently going along with this prank.
Oh, okay. Well, you're an asshole, Landon.
How could you tell, though, if somebody was going along with it?
Yeah.
What if what you would normally do was just happen to be consistent with the instructions other people were given?
Good question.
Well, but the teacher was part of their thing, and the objection, which got the entire class in quote detention, was that no one was doing anything, or if it was just these 2 people, then the class would be all pointing and so forth, and so we were all. Now I was there because I was pretty interested to see what the teacher would do, and
that's like punishing the innocent with the guilty. Like that is a concept that is very rich in the military for sure. Like one guy fucks up, it's the whole fucking platoon, you know?
Yeah, my dad used to tell me stories about like that when he was in the army in Vietnam. So, like, if one of them fucked up, everybody was punished.
Mm-hmm.
And is that supposed to like make you fearful of not screwing up?
They'll punish you if somebody doesn't fuck up. They'll punish you for the guy who did really well. They'll punish the rest of the platoon because some guy did excellent and everybody else did. Yeah. Right. They'll be like, "Oh, you guys fucked up," and then. But if somebody else fucks up, it's on you to make sure they don't fuck up. So it's like it's really bizarre.
It's to make you like move as a unit.
Right. You know that scene? Okay, I'm sorry. You know that scene in most of you've seen Full Metal Jacket, right?
Yeah.
You know where they beat the dude with the socks with the soap in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My dad said that actually happened in boot camp when he was there. That actually happened to people.
Dude, hazing is a real thing, man.
It's a real thing.
They don't to fucking propellers and shit.
They haven't done they haven't done the sock beatings since probably 90-ish. Really? But there's other forms of hazing. Even when you get promoted, there's hazing involved in promotion because they'll put your rank on. Yeah, they'll put your rank on your collar, and the rank has basically it's a set of pins that hold the rank onto your
they don't
uniform.
Put the frog or whatever it is on the bottom of it. It's just the points.
They don't lift your collar and put the points through the collar and put the frogs on the back. No, they put that on your collar and hit it into your fucking collarbone.
Just bang,
you
bang.
Earned that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to take that as a man. You earn that.
In the Marine Corps, they do it. They got I think it was on their dress uniform, like a red stripe or whatever it is, and they call that a blood stripe, I believe. And they just give you basically a dead leg. They'll fucking a round of 20 or 30 Marines who are very fucking physically capable of thrashing people. They just take out their fucking legs. Yeah. And people do get seriously fucking injured by it. It has died down, but that was a really big practice.
My dad was a Marine, and he, until the day he died, refused to tell me anything about his time there. I know he had a scar on his thigh that was this long.
And some guys can't talk about it. No.
There's
some sick stuff that happened.
My dad was 17. Just turned 17, and he accidentally shot his best friend's little brother in the face with a shotgun.
Oh, fuck.
So for the family, they knew it was an accident. Everyone forgave my dad, but my dad.
Yeah.
So he went and lied and enrolled himself in the Marine Corps as punishment for himself.
You ever notice that Missy always tells the most uplifting stories?
I do.
Absolutely.
It's my life.
It just brings a little tear.
Absolutely.
So that makes sense, though, Missy.
In the chat, Dee, that the people are talking about your hair getting long.
I talked about that before.
It seemed to have accelerated recently. Is it?
I don't think so, man. I just think it's been a while, and it's just noticeably fucking longer now. When it was up here, you guys were just like, nah, it's not really. It's the same.
It's a chemical called
but now it's here, dude. Queer Grow.
Queer Grow. It's it's like Miracle Grow, but it's for queers.
Oh,
I wish that was a thing. That would be nice.
Hi, Raisin. How you doing?
So, Shabby, tell us about some of your Civil War stories.
Yeah.
I don't want to go over those.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. Sometimes I cry when I start talking about them. Sometimes I just go crazy and start punching holes in the walls.
Shabisky went fucked up in boot camp, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Yeah, he would have been. He would have been
he
would have been the retard from Full Metal Jacket.
No, I'm just saying, for some reason, I just think Shabisky has the demeanor of somebody they would isolate and go after.
You think?
Yeah, fuck this guy is what they'd be like.
Don't join boot camp.
They'd be like, they would just know, this motherfucker's a stoner. Fuck this guy.
I've never asked you this, and I've always. Did you play any kind of sports when you were in school, D?
Yes, I did.
Basketball, right?
I did basketball. I did soccer. I did flag football.
That fag football, you mean?
You can call it whatever you want. I don't care.
Fag football's called. It's fag football.
Honestly, I'm one for preserving this great physique that I have. I just don't want to damage this very valuable product. And contact sports, not really my thing. I did do Kempo karate for a while as well.
That's contact sport.
Yeah, I did do some sparring.
I don't know why I asked you that, but I was just looking at your I've been around you before, and D's actually he's actually pretty. He's not short. D's like 6 foot, right?
No, I'm like 5'10", lanky as fuck.
Lanky, but you have a basketball player's body. You really do.
Yeah, but you're just not the full length of it. I mean, I would say more badminton would be your because you need to be fast and you need to be
that's my fault.
And light. You need to be light on your feet.
Drinking's his sport.
It really is, man. This bottle is fucking. It's.
By the way, show him the bottle. Show him the bottle what you have. It's good stuff.
I sort of made a recklessly ridiculous purchase.
Ooh,
that's pretty expensive stuff, man.
This is the Macallan 12-year with the sherry.
I've had that up in a restaurant in Newport, Rhode Island before. That stuff is really good.
It's stupidly fucking good, and I don't deserve it.
You don't.
I don't.
When I did drink, I was definitely a whiskey girl.
Cheers there.
I love whiskey.
I'm a bourbon girl myself.
Are ya?
Yeah, I like bourbon, man.
Like, I like tequila. I can't stand vodka.
You know what my favorite whiskey is, Missy?
What?
Maker's Mark.
Oh no, dude!
My uncle's favorite.
Fucking bottle. I don't like it.
You don't like Maker's Mark?
I'm partial to Jameson. And I love Johnny Walker. I love Johnny Walker Blue.
Yeah, I like Walker. All right.
I think that Maker's Mark is good. It's very good. I think there are better. It's not the best, but it is a top thing. And usually in a bar, you have some whiskeys. They got Maker's Mark, and you want something good.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm not. I'm sure there's better whiskey. It's
like
I'm
comparing it to something like this, right? Like I've been drinking some ridiculous shit lately. I know, and I'm starting to realize that I probably just don't like bourbon as much as I like.
There's a difference between bourbon and whiskey. There is.
So, Dee, do you like peaty scotches, or do you like ones that are more on the sweeter side?
I don't even know, dude. Honestly, because like I don't know how to articulate what does peaty mean, to my tongue.
Okay. Well, then when the situation is no longer in effect, we're gonna have to go back to like Zigzag Bar or something like that, and go through some of those Japanese scotches, and there actually are scotches.
Like almost everything
that are Japanese,
right? I have liked. I like everything from like the Suntory Toki to the Tippity Tops. Right, I have like probably 5 or 6 bottles of different Japanese.
Has some extraordinary whiskeys, and some of them are actually good enough that Scotland permits them to call them Scotch. So
there's a little place called Kentucky that produces some good shit too. God damn it.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, we'll have to get together and do some tasting.
Your foreigner drinks.
Some tasting there, to find out your style. I find it's not just one type. There are several different types, and it depends on what mood I'm in. I
got a question for you, Landon, because you like vodka.
I mean, it's not my favorite it's not my go-to thing. Yeah. But there are some vodkas that I think are better than others.
When I was young, vodka was a drink that I drank a lot, and it was also the drink that I will never drink now now, because that was not that I think it would now, but that's the drink I always drank when I used to be a violent person, right? Mm. So I made the conscious choice not to drink that beverage ever again, but I liked some vodka back in the day, though. What vodka would you, if you did want to drink vodka, what would be your go-to vodka?
There's a particular Russian vodka that is not found usually on there, and I'm afraid I don't.
Isn't it
I
a
know
really
the syrup.
long bottle, like this long?
Yes, there's almost like a grappa bottle.
Right. I have a friend that is from Russia, and he lives over here now. He's a brilliant computer code writer, and he gets it shipped over, and it's in this bottle that's like,
Yes, it's a huge long.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
But I think, again, if you say, you want to drink something that's got a high alcohol content, I would probably go for a grappa over a vodka, but that's just my preference.
Now you're a tequila guy too.
Yes.
And
Good,
now,
but good tequila.
good.
Not
Like
the,
Don
not
Julio.
the-
not Moscow.
Tequila.
yeah, not the frat boy,
Yes.
chugging stuff, but
No
the kind you
Patron?
sip.
What do you think of Patron?
I ain't
There's a
overrated like
Reserva.
a motherfucker.
Yeah, certain
There-
Patrons are okay.
There is a Reserva that if you get somebody like the folks in La Fiesta going down to Mexico to the distillery to get their special slot, that you'll find that's over the top. Same thing that there's a Joven Cuervo is also, there's this particular one that you can buy at the distillery that is amazing.
Now, when I visited Atlanta this past, he got me a Reserve Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
That was fucking. It was good. It was good, and it was strong, boy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a bit, and he also got me some tequilas and
I
stuff.
think my
too.
favorite tequila is probably Don Julio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, the whole worm thing is something that they do for stupid tourists. There's
Yes.
no worms in.
Yeah, but
That's-
I ate the worm one time when I was a kid, when I was like 20 something, man. Yeah, stupid.
Same with a couple of them have scorpions in the bottle.
But the thing is that one of the things about some of the better tequilas is that they age the tequilas in bourbon barrels, right?
Yeah.
And there are certain distilleries in Kentucky that have a contract where a tequila distillery has a reserve on all of their bottles. Like there's Frida Kahlo, the famous artist, so forth. She also was a master tequila maker, and she has a contract with this particular distillery in Kentucky where all their barrels go to their system, right? So no one else can get the thing after they're used, and they use the barrels to then infuse amazing stuff into her tequilas.
I like gin as well, Engine Joe. A lot of people make a frowny face when I say that, but I like gin. Fuck it.
Look, Pam, I'm not gonna judge you on the gin, because honestly, I can only relate the horrible first experience I had with gin to my total paranoia about it going forward. I was 14 years old. I found my dad's liquor cabinet. Me and my cousin, we just fucking guzzled this shit, and it tasted like fucking shit. But I know it was gin. We drank straight fucking gin for like 4 days. Yeah. And every one of those days we got so drunk we were just like throwing up. And I have lost
I
since
can understand.
then.
I
can't do it.
I've had experiences with certain things that ruined it for the rest of But now I will say this, drinking with Landon is a different experience because he always like introduces you to new things. And he's and like I'm not a wine drinker, but I'll drink wine with Landon because I know he's going to introduce me to something I ain't never had before.
Yeah. So as I say, when Shabisky and I get together, we're going to go and we're going to find some wines that he likes and explore that area. Because I think I have an idea about the kind of wine that Shabisky likes.
And just give him some Legos and put him in the corner. He'll be all right.
Nah, dude. Shabisky's mind will be opened up to like a whole new world. And he's going to find himself in this new world that's bright and colorful. And he's going to become an alcoholic.
Well, we need to get Shabisky to talk. Some bitches probably said 10 words this whole show.
You guys are talking about stuff I don't understand.
You're a host!
I don't understand anything that's going on. You guys are talking about vodka and stuff. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Okay, you know beer. Okay, what's your favorite beer, Shabisky?
Modelo.
Really, Modelo?
I'm going to kill you,
Modelo.
Shabisky.
What?
Really, Shabisky? You
What
gonna
did
choose
he
like
say
one?
about me?
One of the nastiest fucking beers you can fucking think of. You
No,
named
not
it.
nasty.
What type of beers do you like, and what kind of beers do you not like?
Most of the time, I go for
describe
the Mexican beers.
He likes Mexican beers.
Corona, dude. Corona.
Modelo.
But that Modelo is like one of the most simple fucking Mexican beers you could get, though.
Yeah.
You know
There are
what?
some great beers.
It's
in
like
Mexico.
Bud Light. It's like a Mexican Bud Light is what Modelo is.
You know what though? I have no room to fucking talk, pimp, because I get this all the time. I like Pabst Blue Ribbon. I fucking like I love.
But do you like it? Do you really like the taste of it, or do you do it but just?
No, because like, look, there is a mainstay, right? Your fucking staple beer, the one that you can reliably get almost fucking anywhere for a price that is like pretty close to the fucking bottom. And I think compared to all of the other fucking beers, I could be buying Bud Light, I could be buying Coors Light, I could be buying, all these other motherfucking beers that are on that level, and Pabst Blue Ribbon is that's the most consistently good taste.
If I buy like a beer, like straight up, like go to the store and buy a beer, I usually get something like Sam Adams. It's not great, but it's better than the rest of that shit that's on the fucking counter. But now I like IPAs.
Oh, I do too, but I can't drink.
Yeah, I really enjoy. But I also like do things where I enjoy the beers that are very low on the bitterness scale, and the ones that are high in bitterness. I like the extremes.
I'm a beer
IPAs
Nazi.
at my job.
I'm a beer Nazi. I like the Dunkelweizen.
There you go. I tell you, the best beer I've ever fucking had is when I went to Tampa, Florida to visit Liz Reptile and hung out with them. Went to a goth bar. Liz took me to a goth bar, and they
cool.
They had an IPA called the Devil's IPA.
Yep.
Best fucking beer I've ever drank in my life, dude.
What brewing company was that?
I don't know. It got it from the bar.
It sounds familiar.
It's called the Devil's IPA, and I've never found it anywhere else. All the traveling I've done around here, I've never found it. That was the only, and that was the best tasting beer I've ever fucking had. The second best.
Also, the Devil's Backbone also is a place that also has that too.
Oh, really? I've never. Okay, cool. Now Landon bought me a peanut butter beer in Myrtle Beach, and that was nasty and gross. That was gross.
Oh no, there are some things that they just put in beer sometimes. Nah, please don't.
Yeah,
We have a couple beer infusions at my job. Like we had one that was they called it something Italian, the Irish Italian. And it was Guinness and amaretto mixed together.
Yeah.
Not that many people ordered that one.
But now I recommend this one, and I learned this from Landon too. Because when I was doing a lot of the traveling a couple years back, when I was going somewhere, when you go to the bars and ask for local breweries beer.
Yes.
Ask for, because you can find some very tasty beer like that. And also, if you travel, don't go to McDonald's and shit like that.
No.
Go to a restaurant. Go somewhere where you can't go regularly in your hometown.
Right.
Go to these cool places. That's what I always try to do. Learned that from Landon also. And also, one other little tip I'll give you if you travel: take care of the staff at your hotel.
Absolutely.
Hey, Pimp.
Don't be a dick about it, but make sure they know you appreciate it and express it in a way that helps them.
Right.
We got money music.
Pimp, was that West Virginia?
No, it's Tampa, buddy. Tampa, Florida. What does it say? Austria, Czech Republic, Belgium, and Germany are where it's at beer-wise. Well, yeah.
I agree. There's some really nice Czech beers.
Yeah, Bulls mentioned Germany. Germany's well known for beer, so
yes, and there's a wide range of beers in Germany. It's not just a German beer. There's a wide range of stuff. But again, I think it's a matter of exploring. But again, at a hotel, treating the staff with courtesy and respect, and also tipping.
Yes.
You will get a reputation of being the nice customer. And guess what? If there's issues, you don't have to go to the front desk and go to other people, and stuff gets taken care of.
Yeah, and they will definitely take care of you. Like when I was traveling. I was like, this one hotel. I don't even have a car at the hotel. I always take Uber or whatever. But I still tip the valets for information because they know everything. They know where all the good strip clubs are at, all the good barbecue joints, whatever you're into. They know it. And so and then I remember I tipped him a couple times, and then one morning I was coming out, the valet walked up to me, handing me free breakfast vouchers and stuff for the they'll take care of you, man. They really will.
And so when you're at a bar at a hotel, ask the bartender, what local beer do you like to drink?
Exactly.
I think it's gonna be a while before anybody's asking a bartender anything, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But in California,
it'll probably be sooner than you think, and we'll be sorry for it.
There are places that do takeout. They've relaxed the Alcohol Beverage Control Board.
Yeah.
So you can get stuff to go.
I don't think they've done that.
They will pour it, put it in a pack, and you can put it in your trunk.
Yeah, every place has become New Orleans all of a sudden.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that's the thing I hope they continue, because this notion of, well, we can't have you have, we can't sell you a beer. Like, and don't be stupid about it.
Yes.
But don't be puritanical, right?
Right.
That's so yes. But anyway, but back to what Pim said about it. Bar is some of the local stuff. Asking the people there, what kind of local stuff do you like to try?
Yeah, and I can't wait to get back to traveling. Because I miss doing what I did a couple years ago, where I went to a different place every month, and I'm hoping to kind of pick that up again after the Corona's over, which I don't know when.
You are so fucked right now on that, dude. Like, don't go fucking anywhere, Pim.
Yeah.
I swear to fucking God, if you do a Corona tour, I'm gonna be so pissed.
No, I'm not gonna do a Corona tour. What the fuck, dude? I gotta take care of Mama's. I'm gonna make sure Mama's taken care of before I go on any kind of. But I did do see, I don't know if Missy knows this. When I did the pimp tour, I called it the Titty in Every Town tour.
Oh.
Yeah, and I literally went to a strip club in every town I went to, every city I went to. A titty in every city is what I call it. Titty in every city. I went to a strip club, and now they just put a Corona tour in my head. Now I'm gonna do a Corona tour.
You're on the Corona tour right now. The only place
what
you're
what I should do is I just have a Corona beer in every city I go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to getting back into that. We're getting close to the second hour, so I'm trying to kill time to the second hour where Missy can do her thing. What she does now, she flashes the audience.
Oh, is that what I do?
Yeah, remember I wrote that in the script yesterday.
And by the way, it is. By the way, hello there, Bolin sir. Good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. And I hope you're treating your cans of ravioli with respect that they deserve.
Fucking bowling, motherfucking bowling.
Hey, something else, boy. He'll never be able to let that live that down. By the way, showing up to the house with a can of raviolis and a fucking used up dildo, that was crazy. That dildo was abused too. That thing had bruises on it, D.
Oh man, I didn't know you could do that to.
I didn't either.
Apparently, you can.
I didn't either, but it did. That thing was worn out. He was like, he trying to hand it to me. I'm like, I ain't touching that fucking thing.
Dude, you learn something new every day.
I think that's where the Corona came from. Yeah, it came from that dildo.
There you go. Well, good luck on your work there, Bolin. So I know that you're taking care of some people that really need taken care of. So take care of yourself, because those people count on you.
Yeah, Raisin Girl said it did have a weird spot on it. It did. Raisin Girl, who's in the chat, who's also there at that. It did have a weird spot on it looked like a bruise. I called it a bruise. And it was strange. But Bolin's a good guy. He's a good sport. We had a lot of fun with Bolin there. He really is a nice guy. He does have a big ass.
He is. He's German.
Right Face gave $1. How did we jerk off Austin Powers for?
Yeah, baby.
He's basically asking, what are we doing in the second hour? How do we jerk off Austin Powers? Okay, what are we doing in the second hour, Missy?
We demand.
That's right. We eat demand. That's when I tell you to give us money and you do it. In the description below, you will find Patreons from MissyAnn Shabisky. Please throw them a few bucks for the work they do here on the show. You'll also find a Patreon for the wonderful producer man himself, Booleanenator. Please throw him a couple of bucks for the work he does here on this show and other shows. He damn well deserves it. And also, of course, I have a Patreon, a Streamlabs, and a direct link to PayPal if you'd like to tip or become a Patreon. Very soon as Missy writes up the good description for me, we're going to have a Morningwood Patreon. It's going to be a Patreon just for the show, and I'll divvy it out to everybody, and I'll get more money than they do because I'm better than they are.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, it's just the way it is. I mean, you've seen how many words Shabisky said this fucking whole hour.
Well,
Dude,
I'm the
Shabisky
greatest.
has brought the fucking quality.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're
Exactly.
talking about.
I love D. He's the greatest.
Anyways.
What am I
He
supposed
just
to
wants
do?
to put a
Interrupt the
dick-
vodka talk?
But
Yeah,
anyway.
dude, Shabisky, you got to start just like steamrolling these guys to get your shit across.
Landon
Dude,
explaining his favorite
try
vodka.
that
Ah,
shit.
well, I
Try
like
that. If you try
Corona.
to steamroll me, Shabisky, I'll beat your motherfucker.
Ah, I like Corona. Ah,
Do you like Corona?
I'm gonna go get Corona in every state.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, I muted him. Anyways,
That's not. Oh, you fucking muted him? That is so rude.
Oh.
That is so rude.
Yeah,
This
That
is
is very
bullshit.
rude treatment.
Bullshit.
you're back.
anyways,
Oh,
please
okay.
consider tipping if you're enjoying the show, and I hope you are. Tomorrow on the show, we have the lovely married hip-hop couple themselves, Marshall Manson and Marilyn Mathers will be here to join us. Love both of them very much. They're like my kids,
Talented
dude.
people.
They are very talented. And they're honestly like my kids in a way. That girl melted my heart when she asked me to give her away at her wedding. That melted my fucking heart, dude. And I couldn't make it because of passport situations, but it was awesome to share. And she's so sweet. And Marshall's one of the most talented people I know. He really
And
is.
if you haven't checked it out, Marshall actually put out a new song last night.
He did. Yeah, I was just about to mention that. You know, you jumped ahead of me there, Miss.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I
You're
was
learning.
excited.
You're learning.
Thunder Thief.
I was
Yeah.
excited. It's a good song.
But Marshall did put out a new song, and it's a very strong video. Just so that you need to go watch it. It may even bring a tear to your eye a little bit.
Is it tremendous?
It's tremendous. I know music videos like nobody knows music videos, and all you gotta do is take a shot of Lysol and watch the video.
I don't know why I thought.
Make
like,
sure
that
the
was-
sun shines where it don't shine.
Yeah, put some UV lights up your asshole.
I knew that was
Because
good.
I
That's where you
know
want to get. Yes, that's where you want to get the sunburn is in the nether regions. Yeah.
Dude, he had a bad weekend. Trump had a rough weekend. He really did.
What
I
happened
mean-
to him?
Oh, dude, he had some. When he said the stupid shit that he said about Lysol and stuff, right?
I mean,
That was
it's
a
dumber than he usually
joke.
does.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
It
sure
wasn't
it was.
a joke. I
It
watched him say it. It wasn't a
Obvious
joke.
Yeah, well,
Satire.
The
You can't
face,
tell a joke
the
these
look
days.
on that woman's face
it was
when
frightening.
he's saying this stuff tells me that wasn't a joke.
And I even got in
She-
a bit of an
She
argument.
clearly does not have a sense of humor. That woman never laughed at a joke in her entire fucking
before I
life.
get to his complete bad weekend, I've been arguing a lot on Facebook on my local news site, news Facebook's page, because there's some goddamn idiots in this state. Anyway, I mean, there's some anyways, there's like this one Republican dude was like, well, the only ones that would have drank the bleach anyway would have been Democrats. I said, yeah, because we're the ones that does what Trump says. We're the Democrats are the ones following Trump around. We're trying to protect your dumb, retarded asses is what we're trying to do. Because people did it. People drank it. There's spikes in people drinking bleach in Maine, I think it was. People they fucking did it. They drank it. They drank Lysol, idiots. And it was so, I mean, people say he was being sarcastic. What? Fuck no. The head of the Lysol company fucking took it serious and did a tweet about it.
Right.
I mean, they put out a statement. So no, whatever. But not that. Okay. Then he had some big meltdown on the press the other day on Twitter. I mean, he had a fuck. meltdown.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he even went after Fox News because Neil Cavuto, who is a Republican Fox News guy, but he's also one that will speak his mind every now and again. And he came out and said, "Hey, Trump, you were not being sarcastic. You were not telling a joke. You were serious. Just fess up and say, I made a mistake and it'll go away." And I believe that too. If he'd have said afterwards, "Yeah, I said something stupid," I think, it'd have been I'd have been all right with it.
It's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate behavior of a president of the United States, one of my employees, to behave that way. And as one of his bosses, one of his 100 million bosses, I find his behavior unacceptable.
Yes.
And I expect better of a president than what he is delivering.
Yes.
Now, whether it's a joke, that's not the time for a joke.
Right.
If you think it's a joke, you're not a comedian.
Yeah.
Maybe do quit your day job and try to become a comedian, but don't do both, right? That's
right.
And that's really the thing is that I object to the behavior, and I object to the what it means, because a lot of the world is laughing at us.
Oh yeah.
This make America great again is making America a butt of jokes.
Yeah, we've been butt of jokes for years now.
Again, people are laughing at it, and if you're a conservative Republican, there are conservative auto Republicans that have integrity. That man is not what you want to be, because guess what, GOP party? If you continue to back that person, you are responsible for what you own up for what happens there. Because again, I do not think we understand the depth of what's happening inside the White House.
Oh, of course
not. It's going to be
no way.
And I'm going to hold the GOP responsible, particularly those in national office, right? If you are a GOP person who is staying at a national level, who is staying silent on what that man is doing, you are going to be held responsible, and you deserve to be put out of office and become unemployed.
Yeah, thank you, Crap Latte. It went away. It says something about him being so full of shit or some stuff. That's fine. Thank you, Crap Latte. I appreciate that. Another part of his rough weekend. Oh, it says Trump is so full of shit that after his second term, he'll join the solar system as a gas giant. Okay,
that's pretty good, actually.
Now, some of my favorite stars, like Etta Karina, is a gas giant. So don't impugn gas giants with Trumpian like things, right? I'm just saying.
That was clever, but don't tread upon Landon's stars. All right, it's serious.
I can't find
it. Yes, I'm an astronomer. The person asked me if I was.
I was looking for it. I can't find it. Oh, that's loud noise. I was looking for it, and I can't find it. But I think it was the Washington Post. Somebody may be able to find it for me real quick. They over the weekend they went back to all the press conferences they've had, the daily briefings they've had since the coronavirus, Trump, and they added up the hours, and it was like, I think it was 13 hours total or something, and like it was so many hours of him talking about how good job he's done, and so many hours about somehow, and it had literally 4 minutes or something like 3 minutes or something like that of him actually talking about the victim of the people who died and the stuff of the coronavirus.
This is because Trump at this moment is not able to do what he really, really, really fucking wants to do, and that is host his fucking rallies with his big fucking cult. Yeah,
he's been using the briefings and stump speeches.
He misses that.
Yeah, he's been using the daily briefings and stump speeches is what he's been doing.
Yes.
And so, in leadership would be somebody who talks about what other people are doing and gives other people credit and gives other people the front stage. The thing I object about my employee in the White House is that he has narcissistic tendencies, right? It's about him. When someone criticizes the federal government's action on something, rather than him saying we're going to fix that or so forth, he takes it personally, right? It becomes a personal attack. It's about him. even his little disinfectant thing and his light shining thing was trying to have him show his thought, right? It's and so leadership is not about promoting you. It's about doing the things that need to be done and promoting what needs to happen. And so another thing I object to is essentially him focusing on himself. So it apparently is that he spends his morning watching stupid television.
Yes.
It's dumb watching television, and then watching television, the stuff he likes and stuff he didn't like, and then he gets angry and he does this attack on the press and calls them, third grader names, and then turns around afterwards and goes and films and tweets a bunch of stuff venting on his they're mean to me type of stuff. That is not leadership. That is making the United States a butt of jokes.
Yeah.
It's cult leadership is what it is. It's cult leadership.
To that behavior. Again, it's not a question of attack on someone conservative or liberal, because Trump is behaving more like about Trump, right?
Yes, it's so weird.
It is as if he is a narcissist.
Oh, he is.
But it is about Trump. It is about him. That's the thing. The people that fucking suck his dick 24/7, it 100% is about him. It's not about basic principles. It's not about humanity. It's not about the tax policy, foreign policy, or any of these fucking things. It's about him. He is a cult object to these fucking people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very religious with his
and he just has happened to pick up this conservative monologue. Because if you look at his past, he's been all over the map in terms of people he's supported and clubs he's supported. And currently right now, what appears to give his ego the most boost are certain conservatives. And that's back to what I talk about with the GOP national leaders. You GOP national leaders are responsible, and I'm going to hold you politically accountable for that. In particular, with a very few exceptions of people like Romney, who had the guts to vote against him on the Senate trial. If you are a Republican national leader who is remaining silent, aiding and abetting this person's thing, you are going to be held responsible, and I'm going to work to make sure that you become politically unemployed.
I certainly don't. I certainly don't envy those people.
You GOP own what he's doing, and don't you dare, after he's gone, come back and say, "Well, we pretended like we didn't know." I mean, and
that's going to happen.
Dude, they're fucked either way, though, Landon. They're fucked either way. The Republican
Party does have honorable people in it.
Yeah.
And you can agree and disagree about conservative liberal stuff. I happen to not be in that line, but they have people who are honorable, and yet many of those people are silent on what this man is doing and his behavior. His behavior is unacceptable. And it's costing us.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
America, a laughingstock of the world.
Don't you think they're being held hostage though? Like on some level, like as angry as we are about the Republicans and Democrats that are following Trump, while pretending to give a shit about some of them at least pretending to give a shit about when he has his missteps, that they have clearly demonstrated they fear him and what he will do to him versus what the electorate will actually do to them. They fear him more than they fear us.
I agree.
Right.
And so here's their dilemma. They either need to show some backbone, show if they claim to be this patriotic, America, blah blah blah, show some backbone and stand up to him, or own what he is.
Yeah, but then you're going to have 95% of fucking Republican voters that are totally married to Trump are going to be like, oh, there's the dissenter. That's the fucking person who is speaking blasphemy against the cult of Trump, and that representative is I can have a spine or I can try to survive this political climate I'm in. Because the Republicans are sort of fucked right now with him.
Mark my words. When the Trump era is over, and it'll happen either at the end of this president's term or if he gets reelected in 4 more years from now, and we know much more about the depths of what's happening. Because again, I guarantee we only know a little bit of the lunacy is going on. Those who remain silent and those who aided and abetted his behavior have to be held accountable for it.
Yes.
Now he's going to escape. He's going to go off and do stuff. Because I mean, if Nixon got away with it, Trump is going to get away with it just in spades.
Oh, totally, totally, man. It's so sad. I hate to say it, but like all the great revelations that we're gonna have are probably gonna be towards the end of our lifetimes. Like, people are gonna look back about the time we're all dead, you know, that oh fuck, Trump was a real serious disaster. But I think since we're in the midst of it, man, we're riding the fucking
we're gonna be horrified when we learn what we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And one of my biggest issues, is how, I mean, look, I know the media is fucked up in a lot of ways. I know. But when you have a leader trying to silence the press, then you should be scared.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should be you should absolutely be, because he's got something to fucking hide.
Mm-hmm.
If they're trying, and you know who else tried to silence the press? Nixon.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And I'm about to go here. Stalin, Hitler, motherfuckers like that. They were the ones that tried to silence the press. Now, I'm not comparing Trump to Hitler. Don't get me wrong by any means. I don't want that to get started because I'm not comparing them to Hitler. I'm just saying those are the type of people that wanted to silence the press.
Right.
I mean,
And
again,
it's, go ahead.
Sure. But yeah, you're right. I'm just agree with you. Keep going.
No, that's it. That's all. Yeah.
It's now the Democratic Party has its own skeleton in the closet.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that they're any paragon of virtue, right? This is not, and I say, and even though I tend to be liberal, I don't see the Democratic Party as being the best it could be either.
No,
but at least we're not aiding and abetting someone whose behavior is unacceptable.
Yes.
Dude, if the Republican Party is like the abusive father that beats the shit out of the kids and murders them and tortures them and torments them for fucking years, the Democrats are the fucking mother who does nothing to prevent the abuse.
They're the
right?
unindicted co-conspirator.
But your ass
They basically they
benefit
benefit from all of the tax policies, all of their fucking donors who are manipulating our political system with big money are paying them all, and they're just riding the fucking wave. And it's like, okay, well, they're beating the kids, but we'll step in maybe. In some context, maybe we'll step in.
Sweeter. At least the mama's a little sweeter.
Yeah, but still, it's the Democratic Party can't be about just opposing Trump, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They got to stand up for what's right, not wrong. And so, an example of this is healthcare. Guess what, Americans? You have a third world healthcare system, and worse than that, you are proud of this appallingly poor healthcare system. You're proud of it to the point where you will rally against someone trying to fix it.
It's like, I'd rather there be profits than living people.
Right?
Yeah, let them die for the economy. We're already hearing that right now. Like, open up the fucking economy. Human lives are totally fucking expendable.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, the fucking pharmaceutical companies and health insurance companies should be able to profit while people are fucking dying. Of course.
You got to be better than just simply anti-Trump. That is not leadership.
No, it's not.
I agree. And his poor behavior is not leadership. Democrat.
I agree.
Better.
100%. 100% agree.
See, the difference is the abusive father is like angry and mean right in your fucking face, but the mother is just, quiet and stoic in the fucking corner. That's the
but your ass is chapped for a whole different reason.
What?
You just pissed off the Democratic Party because you're little Bernie Sanders chapped.
Oh, you want to bring up the bubble right now?
No, I don't. I'm just
want to bring up the bubble, Pim?
I was just fucking with you, little girl. Shut up.
But here's back to saying about the healthcare is unfortunately the vast majority of Americans, Democrat and Republican,
yes,
aid, abet, promote, and defend our current healthcare system.
Yes, we're definitely.
And it's such. If you sit there and say something like, "Healthcare is a right, not a privilege," people think you're weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up to think that way. I mean, it's so fucked up because, I mean, look, dude.
Yeah, and
if this virus, this pandemic doesn't show you we need free healthcare, I don't know what else does.
yeah, and guess what, Americans? You're undertaxed, right? People complain about how expensive public healthcare is. That's because you're not being taxed enough. You want these services, but instead you're getting a third-rate healthcare system that you then defend.
Basically, the difference is we either collectively cover everyone, or grandma dies because somebody needs to make a buck. That's the difference.
And the next time you stand up and do a patriotic circle jerk of a national anthem at a sports stadium, just think about the healthcare system that you are promoting and defending.
Don't you dare insult my sports stadiums, boy. I'll come over and whoop
Shame on you.
And let's not forget, we also fucking way overspend on our military.
Yes, we do. Shabby, what do you think about the healthcare system?
I agree. We pay too much. You know, I understand that other countries have better healthcare systems.
Yeah.
You can look at the stats and see that.
Look at Canada, man.
We pay the most for healthcare, right? But we don't have the best healthcare in the world. We pay the most, but we're like, I'm not sure what place we are.
Sure,
but
like among modern nations, we're like dead last.
Stop this stupid thing about people are trying to leave their country to come to America for our healthcare system. No, Americans are trying to leave this country because other people have actually.
If anybody is coming here for America for the healthcare system, it's the people that are trying to become doctors because over here they get paid the fucking most.
No,
those are the only people that are actually coming over here for the healthcare system because they want to work in it.
Well,
maybe if you're subjected to markets like Chad or Sudan or Zimbabwe, you might see America as having a little bit better system.
I love that.
You're either coming here from another country because you're coming here for an elective procedure, which is not immediately like life-threatening, or you're extremely fucking wealthy.
Like,
I think those are the only two reasons you would come over here for healthcare.
Or if you're a rare case and you need the doctor.
That too.
We do have like leading doctors in certain fields, and like people in third world countries that are born with like 4 extra legs hanging off of them come over here to get those removed and shit.
I demand music money. Damn it.
Yes, we demand it. We demand music money. We need to hear them. I think it's broke, D. I don't hear money music. I think
you haven't been hearing it? You ain't hearing it?
Could you like tip a bit? It would be nice.
Yeah, if we make, by the way, if we make 200, I will do a Friday show.
Yeah.
And I say 200 because I'm country. I don't say 200. $200. No, it's $200. Goddammit.
I think the thing that people need to realize.
This is my dick is huge.
That healthcare when you need it is totally cost prohibitive, and basically what that fucking means is that by the time you actually fucking need some serious fucking help, you've basically been given the death sentence financially. Like, you're gonna get rolled the fuck over because you're not a fucking millionaire. Your insurance company's gonna find a way. They have a whole fucking board totally set aside to figure out how the fuck they can deny you care and then and dodge price gouging bullshit. Like for my example, I've said this before on the show. I had cancer. One of my drugs cost $10,000 fucking dollars a pop. I had to have them twice a fucking month, so that's $20,000 a month. And my insurance company, Blue Cross Blue Shield, decided it wasn't medically necessary, even though it was part of the national standard since like the 1980s. So we're talking.
This wasn't some boutique drug. It was part of the protocol that's been established to attack the cancer you had.
Precisely. So the system itself, the people involved, the pharmaceutical companies, the health insurance companies are there to fucking suck your life away.
Yeah.
And they don't care if you fucking die. They just want to take as much fucking money as they can. Yeah. They're going to pay some fucking politicians to write legislation that will allow them to continue these practices.
$1.
And you're just fucked.
Tell Shabisky to fuck. Tell Shabisky to fuck to quiet down so others can talk.
No, my turn to talk. I'm the greatest. And that was only one. You cheap
yeah, Ross.
You're cheap motherfucker.
Somebody,
Thank you very much, Roster. For you.
Yeah,
I'm not happy with him.
Well, I thank him for the dollar. Every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. We need to see some more bigger dollars, though.
Yeah, more bigger.
More bigger.
More bigger.
Mo bigger.
Mo big.
Mo bigger, mo money.
Mo big. Mo big, baby.
Mo bigger, mo money. Did you happen to catch Shani's live stream this morning where she said that it was racist that she is not allowed to say the N-word because the N-word is a race-inclusive word, and that she finds it racist against her that she's not allowed to say it.
She really said that?
Yes, sir.
Sounds silly.
No, I can totally understand the fucked up logic she's using, though. Like, I don't agree with it. I don't think it actually makes sense, but I can see why somebody
I don't see the lie. I know what you're saying. I don't think that's what she was actually going for, though.
Well,
no, she was on some rant about people that make mistakes in their past, and the internet just holds them like they're not anything but that mistake. Like they never move on from it because people keep going back to the fact that she said the N-word or whatever. And she was like, I think it's fucking racist that I can't say the N-word.
Well,
like,
okay.
Why do you guys only get like it's racist that I can't say?
Everybody knows I'm one that goes with I do racial humor, I do sexual humor, I do gay humor, I do all kinds of humor. But it is definitely in context how to do the humor, right? You got to know when to do it, when not to. Like what Shani did was not even a joke. She kept calling G-Man the N-word, and she directed the insult at him.
Right.
And there's another thing that a lot of people don't get. Like when I do that kind of humor, I don't say, "Hey, I'm just gonna pick a name in the chat room, Beardshire. You're bad for being gay or straight or whatever." That's directing it at somebody, right? That's insulting. But when you make the joke, you generalize the joke. You make it, and then people get it that way. What Shani did was racist.
And I think. And Jenny would say, leave humor to the professionals because you apparently are not good at it, right?
Yeah, it's like Tommy's made jokes before, and we all got it because we knew he was joking. He didn't pick someone out and say, you're the N-word or stuff like that. It's how you do it. It's just like back in the day. Go ahead, bud.
I think it's incredibly complex, right? Because there are instances where, you can say certain things in a certain context, and your ultimate sentiment, the meaning that you mean to impart on everyone else who's listening, is actually translated, right? People who are really good at comedy can actually get the audience to get what they're trying to do, and they get that reaction from the audience. But there are people who have no fucking clue. There are people that make mistakes. Even good comedians can make a mistake and like their joke fucking sucks. They say the wrong fucking thing. The delivery can just be fucking bad. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are like a fucking Nazi.
No, right? It doesn't. But no, it
But
doesn't.
outside of that professional context of like employing those terms in a comedic fashion, like just don't fucking say it. You know,
Yeah.
just don't fucking do it. You have no there's you have no
There's no
business
reason.
doing that for any
Right.
other reason than to incite fucking bullshit.
Right.
Exactly.
There's no
Exactly.
fucking reason.
And I've even been trying lately, I still do it because I'm not going to compromise what I do, but I have been trying to be more sensitive because I know the times we live in now. The times we live in, you've got to be careful of what you say because people are fucking pussies.
Well, not just that, but there are people experiencing like severe levels of discrimination. They're going through a lot of fucking bullshit, and a lot of it is tied to racism and shit.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
we do absolutely have a white nationalist ethno-state fucking movement here in the United States of America, where like extremist racist terrorism, like white conservative terrorism or whatever it is, you know, we don't give a shit about that. It's all the Islamic extremists that we give a fuck.
we do have that, but
Ignoring
I
a
do.
huge problem in
I
our
disagree
society.
with you. I disagree with you. I think that people pay more attention to that kind of group when it's not as strong as they make it look out that it is.
Yeah.
There have been more terrorist attacks from white Christians in the United States.
It's also what you consider terrorist attack.
For the last several fucking years.
I agree.
Right? Like that, like as a matter of just who you're more likely to get fucking bombed or shot by, it's a fucking white Christian.
I blame the Asians.
Yeah.
Hi,
No.
Gage.
I blame the Asians today.
Like,
I'm just
Gage-
going to say.
I'm just trying to say that, like, you know, I do think we have to be sensitive about even comedians. I think have to be, you know, they have more edge right now. Like they gotta be more fucking careful because there really are fucking people that are being.
But still,
like,
if you're going to
very
go
touchy.
to a comedy act
Yes.
and decide to be offended and sensitive, you're going to the wrong place, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or if you go to a podcast that you know it's a comedic podcast or, you know, whatever, and you get offended, that's on you. That's not on me or Shabisky or Missy or Landon or D. That's on you. You walk in, you should know what kind of environment you're in, right?
But at the same time, if that is a fucking like racist ass comedian, then
Well,
fuck
I get
that.
that. I get that.
There's so many layers, is what I'm saying. Like there's layers to it.
But
Like you
here's
go
the
to
thing about comedy, though. Like me and people that like I know Tommy. I pick out Tommy because I know Tommy and me does a lot of the same kind of humor. It comes from a place to make you laugh. That's where it's coming from. It's not coming from a place to hurt your feelings. It's coming from a place where our intentions is to make you laugh. Now, can we make mistakes? Absolutely. Like you said earlier, can we do something wrong and say something wrong? Yes. But I think the viewer or the audience in a comedy club or on a podcast or whatever needs to take that into consideration, that they're not intentionally trying to hurt you. Their intentions is to make you laugh.
But that's also on a individual basis, right? You know, you can't go in wholesale just because it's a comedian. I have to give them a full rights to do whatever. You know, this like I think that's something people have to decide for themselves on a case basis. Because if you're gonna go talk to someone like Steven Crowder, right, and he does a fucking comic strip where he's totally fucking disparaging trans people or something, you don't go, oh, well, that's fucking humor. You kind of know that, like, no, he's a fucking piece of shit.
But he's also he's a political figure too. I mean, in a way, he's a political commenter or whatever you want to call it. So I get what you're saying there. I do get what you're saying there. But I do think, just like when you go to a movie, right, you suspend reality. I think if you go to a comedy act or what, you have to suspend your feelings a little bit.
You do. Yes. You do, absolutely. But there's probably a threshold to where, you know, if you can really suspend your disbelief in the presence of true evil, then like,
I understand that.
You know what I mean? What are you doing? If you're going to suspend your belief in front of somebody who's actually a cretinous fucking individual that deserves all of our fucking anger.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
No.
Do you think comedy should have limits?
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it is subjective. Like, I can't decide all of this shit. Like, a lot of this really is subjective, and it depends on your analysis of the situation and who's involved and what they've done. And there's so many fucking moving parts to it that I think that, like, if you go see a comedian and they have a fucking checkered past and, like, they've said some really fucked up shit, and there's probably a threshold that everyone has to decide for themselves. Like, oh, is this person really fucked up, or are they just trying to be a comedian?
And I don't think a comedian should ever apologize for their jokes. On the other hand, if you're a comedian out there on the edge, that's also a requirement that your level of comedy needs to be as good as your edging.
Yes. Well fucking said, and I get you, man. I 100%. If you're going, like, okay, remember back, what was that chick's name that did the fat video that everybody went crazy about?
Oh yeah.
Nicole Arbor. Yeah.
Nicole. Yes.
Okay. It's when she did that video, and I did the criticism of it. She got pissed off at me. She even mentioned me on European TV or some shit in UK. Yeah, she got angry, boy. She got angry. She said, "Fat Southern dude." You know, she got mad at me because of what I said, but she didn't listen to what I said. She didn't, because I said.
Oh no, I remember this.
I said from the get-go, it wasn't that she insulted fat people. It's how she did it. It's how she delivered, because she started out bragging about herself first of all. So she put herself above the audience that was watching her video, right? She put herself, and then she talked down to them. What you do is put yourself, you notice I do self-deprecation humor like a motherfucker. I put myself on the same goddamn level, and then I started something else because I feel like, hell, I just insulted myself worse than I did what I'm about to say to y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And so I think Nicole did not. It wasn't the case that she was insulting fat people.
No,
she demeaned the act of comedy.
Yes,
her insult was a comic thing. Now, if she was a comedian that was trying to improve her act, she should have learned from that and improved. Right, but that's not the case. I mean, I think today, if Lenny Bruce or Real Hicks were alive, they would be going after the SJW to a fare thee world. They would be just shoving it up the political correctness thing. They would go after it.
Lenny Bruce is a bad motherfucker, dude.
and unfortunately, this does not mean that you're a Milo who is just a political troll.
Yeah,
because you also have to do it in a way that shows your comedy craft, right? Just being insulting is not a.
Isn't that like an X factor? Like it's the fucking unknown number or something. They're like some comedians have this where they could probably say the dumbest thing fucking possible, but people would laugh just because they said it in that fucking way, and for whatever reason, right? But some people just totally lack that connection to their comedy.
I think you've witnessed this with me before. I have seen this. I have literally said things that people laughed at, and I've seen people say the same shit basically, but they didn't do it like I did it, and they got trashed for it.
Yeah.
But there's no science to that, though. I don't think
there is.
That's why it's subjective, though.
Part of the comedian stick is their past and their present and where they're going, right? It's the context, and so building up who you are and what you mean to an audience, that bigger life thing is part of that. So that's why, for example, George Carlin would be, I think, in a typical thing, going after the language that the so-called political correctness and SJW uses, and ripping that language to shreds.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And it's about, like you said, about like people know where you've been, like they know what you do. Like when people come to Morning Wood, right? They know that I'm going to make sex jokes. They know I'm going to make stupid fart jokes and shit because they know that's what I do. So they expect it, and they know it. And then when I do say something that may seem harsh to some people, they know it's a joke because they know what I'm built on. But like if they didn't know who you were, D, you just come in and say the same shit that I said, but they don't know your past. They don't know what you've done. they'll say, "Hey, this motherfucker's a racist."
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
Like,
it's
yeah.
so what?
And that's a tightrope, dude. I think that's a tightrope that you gotta walk, no matter what you do, whether you're a YouTube personality, stand-up comedian, any kind of public figure. You know,
or a quiet guy, but in front of a green screen of fire.
dude,
Yeah.
Shabisky's probably got the highest ratings out of all of us right now.
I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm having allergy issues. I don't know
That's
if you
okay.
get.
We forgive you.
But
Apologize.
I'm the greatest. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm the greatest.
You
are.
have
You are
the greatest apology.
He is the greatest. Like I
It was
told him
an
the other day,
accident.
Landon. I told him today. I said, "You are the greatest." I said, "But hey, I create greatness."
That you shit diamonds or whatever it is.
Yeah, dude.
Because you're a
dude.
tight ass.
I am a. I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing money music, and we're
Yes.
and we're like,
WWSD, yes, please tip.
I
You're
need a
getting
good
good
tip.
talent here.
Y'all making me feel like y'all don't respect my talents right now, and that's just making me sad on the inside, and I won't cry. I'm gonna suck Landon's dick.
Oh,
So yes,
dang.
and that's right. WWSD, what would Shabisky
You say
do?
yes.
I think Shabisky would say, please tip. That's
What
he
would
said.
Shabisky do? This is what Shabisky do.
I think somebody should tip so Shabisky could rip a fat bowl or grab or some shit.
And what
Yeah.
would
I'm
Shabisky?
showing you. I'm showing you WWSD right now. This is what Shabisky would do.
And what Shabisky would say is literally that. What? What?
What? What?
No, somebody get.
It was an accident.
How much for Shabisky to do like a massive dab
Uh-oh.
or some
A
$1.
magic what? Magic what?
massive dab or some shit?
Dude, have you ever took? Oh, what?
He's the greatest I'd be. Yeah, I hear you, dude.
I'm the greatest. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Have you ever took a dab before, D?
Have
Have you ever took like a big ass dab? Like,
Yes,
that shit's
yes.
crazy.
dude, my brother-in-law is in the weed business, man, and he makes his own shit, and like he's one of those like, like continuous
damn.
like, dab.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's into
they-
experimentation. I mean, the whole thing you're talking about suppositories and that sort of stuff.
Here we go.
No,
Money
shit.
music.
Ah,
man.
thank you, PT. Money music, $50. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
Appreciate
Yay.
it.
Thanks for
Somebody,
having.
somebody.
How much you get with Shabisky to do a suppository?
Yeah. I'll do a suppository stream, guys.
Do you know what a suppository is, Shabisky?
Yeah, you shove it up your asshole.
Okay, cool. Just as long as we're on
Yeah,
the
but
same
there's-
page.
Yeah, I know things. I know
There's-
things.
Yeah,
Have you-
Shabisky,
but
I'm the
Shabisky,
greatest.
Shabisky, right now, let me ask you a question right now, Shabisky.
Well, what's up,
if,
baby?
if we make a $500 tip and I split it with you, $250 a piece, will you do us? If we get you a suppository, will you do it live on stream?
Yes.
Oh,
You're talking about weed suppository, though?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah. That'd be great. I'll be the greatest.
That would be some seriously hard hitting weed, dude.
I would have D be the one to craft, explain how to make it, right?
I can get the fucking materials to make it.
Yes.
No, I can buy a
Did you
weed
get it?
suppository.
Yeah, he could buy. He could get one.
Dispensary, I'm sure.
He lives in a legal state.
BHO up your ass, or like, what do you do? Like,
Shove anything. I'll just shove a bunch of stuff up there and hope it goes good.
If we get $500, he will stick something up his ass.
I will stick stuff up my asshole.
To get
It'll
high.
be great. I'm the greatest.
who's that comedian that does that bit about the Vicodin and the butthole? Because I love that bit
I don't
where
know.
where he's like, he was like really not too serious about doing, drugs in the butt, but then he put Vicodin in his ass, and he was just like, "Oh fuck yes,
You know,
I'm in my
I
ass."
don't know who did that. I don't know who did that. You know who I'm really digging as a comedian right now? Bert Kreischer.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, he's very good, and I would suggest check out his new style special on Netflix. Hey, big boy.
Like Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, like Bert Kreischer. I think I'm saying his last name right. Kreischer. He's one of Joe Rogan's boys.
Bert.
Kreischer.
Kirshner.
Kirshner. Is it Kirshner? I said his
Kirshner
name
the
wrong.
Machine.
Yeah, he's the one that told the story about him being, and it was true, about him when, on his college trip. He joined the Russian mafia and stole from his class.
This is
That's
one
hilarious.
hairy asshole, dude.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of his comedy shirtless too.
Yeah, no, he's a hairy asshole.
Yeah, and what's the other guy? Tom Segura. I'm saying the names wrong. They're all
Some in the
fucking
private.
Is
that him?
Kreischer. Oh, let me see.
Maybe we should put this in the fucking chat so people know who the fuck this is.
Bert. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Bert Kirshner.
It's not Kirshner. It's Kreischer.
Dude, I just put that shit in the. Is that the fucking guy?
That's him. Yes.
Okay, so it's Kushner.
No, it's not. Look at the name. It's Kreischer. No, it ain't no Ian in the motherfucker, D.
This shit again. I don't fucking believe you.
That's
Kreischer. Okay, no, I looked at that wrong. That was my drunk eyeballs. I'm
Got
sorry.
me thinking I was saying it wrong, you long-haired faggot.
Kreischer. I thought it was Kushner. I don't know why. It's probably
It would be
it's Trump's
it would be Kreischer is how you would say that.
Yeah,
Kreischer.
Kreischer. I can't talk. I'm country.
Well,
All
take
right,
Crusher. Take Crusher. Take the U out and put an I in. Kreischer.
I make my own language over here, okay, son? Yeah, I understand that. I got the Pimptionary. By the way, I am working on that, by the way. We will be coming out with a Pimptionary one day. Yes, and also, by the way, I mentioned earlier about the Patreon for the Morning Wood. One of the things we're going to do is for a certain amount Patreon a month, we bring you on as a guest once a month. Mm-hmm. We're going to be doing a private show, and I'm going to set the private show somewhere where we can do the old school pimp private show stuff.
Oh, shit, no, dude.
Yeah, we're going to do it like on fucking probably Chatterbait or some shit like that.
I don't believe you.
Yes. D knows that Missy and Shabby wasn't around for those days.
No, like we were.
They were.
We were here.
Yeah, you were, but Missy and Shabby were.
I was
They were.
not.
Yeah.
They were.
Dude,
They
I
were.
once-
I
was
once
I
anything
heard
goes.
stories about these mythical private shows.
Yeah.
You
And
know
I'm
how-
not talking
you know
about
how
Cole
Shab-
Porter, anything goes. I'm talking about anything goes.
You know how Shabisky got Jared?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That whole fucking shit where he was like, I'm gonna stream porn, I'm gonna get Shabisky, and Shabisky's like, fuck you, bitch, you ain't
Yeah.
getting me, and then like the fucking Jared lost his channel.
Mhm.
I did like a 3-hour fucking live stream where I was showing vintage sex videos from like the
You did.
early 90s.
But this was back in the day, though.
This was like 2 or 3 fucking years ago. Maybe even longer, dude. It might have been longer than that. Look up a video called Arabian Shave from the 1930s.
Wow. I
That's
don't know if
pretty
you were.
interesting.
D, was you there that night? I know Raisin Girl was. I do believe Raisin was. That we went and we found on Chatterbait, there was this couple where the dude did heroin live on fucking Chatterbait.
I did
Okay.
not see that one, but I heard about it.
Yeah, he did heroin fucking live, and we sit there and watched this shit. And we also watched porn where that girl bathed in her own shit.
Good fucking God, I'm glad I missed that.
So anyway, if you come at Patreon when there's these private shows that are not going to be hosted anywhere near Susan's stuff,
No.
you will see things that you can't
We've
unsee.
never seen before.
Yes. Yes. And there's going to be some new stuff unveiled fairly soon.
Oh shit. Skype just took a dump. Hold on.
And a bunch of good shit. One of the things is Landon's doing a porn.
Oh, it's about time.
I am.
Do we? Yeah. Landon's doing a porn.
Yeah.
And him and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What the fuck?
I
just
had a
happened?
dream about Neil deGrasse Tyson, dude. Oh my God, this has come full circle.
We had
Oh,
a,
Back
dear.
on dreams.
I think we
Yes.
just had an incident. Yeah, we had an incident.
Hi, Landon.
That's crazy how it switched up like that. He's fixing it.
Yeah, he's fixing it.
Uh,
Yeah, everything went crazy there for a second. We
That
just
was-
talked to it.
I was
You
messy
fucking
for a
covered
second.
me. Why am
Hey,
I gone? God damn it.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of you, motherfucker.
He
I've
is-
had enough of you, D. Long
I am
fucking
Pimpmunk.
hair.
Yes.
Bullshit
So-
ass motherfucker.
And we're good now.
Now-
Yeah.
Well, we're just doing roulette, right?
Have you ever noticed, Landon, the layout I got there? Thanks to David McGinnis for making this once again. The layout here, see, nobody got it for. I had to explain it to people. The morning wood, right? Look, it's the dick and balls and the ass cheeks, and the morning wood is actually the taint meat.
Oh, I see it. I
I
fucking
thought the
see it.
morning wood was the butthole.
Oh my God. Okay, so Pimp, you're the head of the dick.
I am the dick.
You're the
They're,
head.
no,
of the
I'm the
penis.
dick. They're the testicles.
I'm a
So
testicle.
I'm the right ball.
No, you're an ass
a
cheek.
butt cheek.
How am I a butt cheek? Your dick is supposed to be in the ass.
No,
Shabisky
dude,
and
no.
Missy both.
They're nuts. They're testicles. Look at it. They're testicles. I am the dick. You guys are the butt cheeks.
That doesn't make any sense. It's the other way around, dude.
No, dude.
In the ass. So you are in the ass of the stream
No.
right now,
No,
and
no,
Shabisky
dude.
and Missy are the butt cheeks.
I'm the
That
right
is-
testicle.
And
Well,
he-
thank you, PG. I have a small dick.
I-
Fuck you.
I see both. I see both their perspectives.
Yeah, I can see what D is saying too.
No, I don't. These retarded, okay?
Uh-huh.
100%
Like,
right about.
butt cheeks, and you are the dick coming in, spreading us apart, and D and Landon are just like that lower back meat.
Bolin agrees with D.
Bowen's got a big ass head. He don't know what the fucking talking.
Dude,
You know
me
what I
and Bolin are one and the same on this matter, dude. I'm so glad we
Trying
could
to add up. Okay, I got 50. I got $1. That's 52. That's 55. Okay, 56. So I need $144 to do a Friday show, and we've got 9 minutes.
Does that include Shabisky doing the thing?
No, that's got to be a $500 singularity tip for that.
Singularity.
I guess that's the right word.
Yeah.
Singular
Now,
$500
now
tip.
with this pensionary thing, it's going to come complete with actual pronunciations, right?
Yes.
So he will explain how to say y'all correctly, for example.
Is it the 500?
No,
No.
it's $3.
Ah.
Tell us more about toast, Landon.
Yes. By the way, today I had Promite on buttered toast with a toaster that Red Eye, who is not a toaster, helped select, and it's good.
Oh, you know what I had the other day, Landon? Mama tater salad.
Oh man, no.
Potato salad.
Oh.
My mama's tater salad. I guarantee you. Everybody say, "Oh, I guarantee you cannot find a better potato salad on this planet."
My dad.
And you got to
Pretty
pronounce it
good.
correctly. Tater salad.
It's not potato salad. No, it's tater.
My
Tater
dad's tater
salad.
salad was pretty good.
Well,
Got horseradish in that.
I love
shit,
it. Well,
so.
there you go. He fucked it up with horseradish.
No, I want to try it. Honestly, that's important. I believe Pimp because I also have a grandma who
Yes.
is just like a master chef, man.
Southern women. Your grandma's a Southern woman too, right?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Let me tell you something. And Landon knows this too, because Landon's been to the South. Everybody talks about all these fancy cuisine stuff. Southern cuisine is about as good as you gonna fucking get.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good eating. It's good eating.
It's an art form.
I'm gonna say that in America.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
And-
about. I'm not
And
talking
guess
around the
what?
world.
If you go over to certain areas in Africa, you find the origins of Southern cuisine.
Yes. That's exactly. Oh, yes. I've talked about this before. A lot of people don't know that. Southern food is slave food, right?
You ever had oxtail? Oh, I love me some good
And they come from there.
good
So you
grilled,
can find
good
these
roast
things.
oxtail, man. Good roast
Okay.
oxtail.
That's origins are an African, so
Oxtail's more Caribbean, though, right?
probably yes.
Yeah, I think it's either that or Creole. One of the two. I'm not
But
sure.
both are also have current influences back
Those are
to
those are
Africa.
slave origins too. Yes.
Yeah, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. But that's how Southern, and see, down here, people call it soul food. Well, no, actually, here's the thing. People call it soul food in other places.
Jamaican. Yeah.
Here, see, and they think black people eat it, right? Well, down here, like you remember Earl, right? D. Earl, right? Me and
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course
and
I
when
do.
we
I
were-
miss that dude.
and when we hung out in Texas together, me and Earl actually had this conversation. We was laughing about it because down here we don't call it black food. It's just food because that's white people eat it, black people eat it. It's just food.
Yeah.
But would you say that? Would you say that is your top number one choice of cuisine? Like if you only had to eat one kind of food for the rest of your life,
It'd be
would
that or
be
it'd be that or Chinese food.
Chinese. Okay, it's a good choice. For
my
me, it's
two-
Japanese.
My two favorite is well, I'm gonna tell you now. Landon, what was that? What kind of was it? Thai Landon? That place you took us to? in San
Yes.
Francisco?
Yes. Thai.
Dude, that motherfucking joint. Oh my God, that food was so good.
And this is a real Thai restaurant, not one
Yes.
of those
Fake fuckers.
like-
Yeah.
yeah.
This was real food, Thai food. And dude, I'm going to tell you something. I almost jumped up and jacked off on the table. I'm not going to lie.
I feel
They're-
that some Thai food's pretty damn good, dude.
They had these like spring roll things, right? Dude, I thought spring rolls was. I've never ate a spring roll like this. This was the best thing I've ever put in my mouth, right? As far as that kind of food, it was fucking amazing.
I'm just saying, Asians have it fucking down.
Asians
dude.
do know how to
Asians-
cook,
All
yeah.
kinds of Asians got great ass food.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, Landon took me to another place one time, and he tortured me because he took me to an Indian food restaurant, right? And this was right before I had to get. I mean, an hour later, I had to get on a Greyhound bus.
I see where this is going.
And I ate this Indian food, and then I got on the bus, and then about 20 minutes into the drive, automatic shits happened. One of the worst case of shits I've ever had in my life.
Was it curry? Was it curry?
I can't remember. I think
Yeah.
it was
I
curry.
love
Yeah.
curry. Oh
He
my
was
god.
getting a colon cleanse.
There was like a little midget inside my stomach just punching my fucking bowels and just like it was like fuck you bowels. And dude, and the bus stank. I went in a shit on that bus bathroom.
They all deserve it.
And everybody else.
But D, I agree with you that Japanese cuisine, particularly street food, or the ramen. I mean, real, not
Oh,
the
my
high stuff, but
like
real ramen stuff.
Well,
so
that's
forth and so
that's
forth.
kind of the thing in Japan is that you go fucking a couple blocks and you find another ramen shop. They're all so unique. You've got so many different flavors and styles of ramen in Japan that it's really hard to even pick your favorite. There's so many different places you can go to and enjoy.
Yeah. By the way, I want to mention our state that kind of opened up yesterday, right? And guess what? We had 248 new cases today. A jump from yesterday.
And by the way, you're going to see the climb will happen, a little bit later, right? You open up, having people infect each other, and you're going to see the exponential climb coming later.
Yeah.
Our county still is telling us that we're going to go through at least the end of May.
Yeah.
And part of it is because
Yeah.
there are some places that are acting stupid, right? Unfortunately. But that
That's-
stupidity is going to also kill people.
Yeah, that's why I brought that up about we opened up yesterday and we're still having rises, and next week it's gonna be crazy. I believe it's gonna be crazy.
Look, my whole thing on this, since this has fucking happened, I've had some time to marinate. I kind of remember way back in January, February, we're like, this may not be a real thing, and then like shit's just gotten fucking serious, right? Shit has gotten so
it's
fucking
gotten
serious.
real.
Like we're talking many times 9/11.
Yeah.
Dead people in the United States inside of 6 weeks.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I remember saying on this show that I don't want everybody to panic. I don't think it's as bad. I even said
Fucking panic. Stay the fuck home.
No,
we're
yeah,
that level now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I said back in, like you said, January, right? And I mean, even though I said we need to be concerned, but you need to fucking panic. You need to stay the fuck home. And we don't need, and here's the thing. When we say that, people are like, oh, you want to kill no, we do not want to kill the fucking economy. I don't want the economy to die. I want us to, thrive.
Yeah.
But
Be
is it worth
as
human
productive
life?
as you can from home. If you're really concerned about the economy, be as productive as you can from home. Because to get out there and infect other people to get infected is just pushing the economic time bomb down the road.
And let me tell you, Landon, I'm almost certain you'll probably agree with me. We're gonna get comfortable, and then we're going to have people going out. We're gonna have businesses and corporations trying to get started way too early.
Yep.
And we're gonna have a backlash. We're gonna backslide, and we're gonna be back to fucking square one. And this is gonna last longer because of not just stupid people at the fucking beach.
Yes.
We're talking about corporations going back to fucking work, non-essential work, and they're gonna come up with any fucking excuse to say that their business is fucking essential.
You know who's getting sick? The poor man that's working on the floor, not the motherfucker up in the high rise.
Exactly. All these fucking CEOs, all of these fucking executives, they're at home. They're at fucking home. They don't gotta fucking worry about it, but they're gonna do anything to fucking get you back to fucking work.
And they're already predicting it. They're already predicting that it's gonna come back in the fall and could be worse. They're already predicting that.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but again, there are places that are also trying to be sane about it. It is just sad that people are politicizing a health crisis. That is sad.
It should be politicized though, because there are.
But I mean, politicizing and saying, "Oh, we have to support this person because we're the same party, and so therefore we're going to do da 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 da." Right? That's not how you handle a health crisis.
But this is inherently political because we do have totally fucking incompetent leadership on so many levels. Republicans, Democrats, the fucking lot of them.
I don't think. Yeah. By the way, Tommy, I don't think we're saying that. I don't really. I think that it's hard, man, because I don't want the economy to hurt too. I don't know. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I would be surprised, Tommy, if it lasts that long. But that's a guess without data, right? I'm not an epidemiologist.
Exactly.
So but that's just sort of the hunch that I have, which is just a hunch. It's not a scientific process. But still, it is bad if some governor says, I'm going to side with this person that I like, and therefore I'm going to do what that person says, as opposed to this is what my state needs to do. And furthermore, the problem is that the federal government is not establishing good, solid policy, because individual states can do stuff in the states, but interstate commerce is another critical factor, and we don't see the federal government, other than someone's ego, behaving in a consistent way.
No, I understand, Tommy. I understand, buddy. And it's hurting a lot. And I don't, like I said, I'm not in that kind of position to say, oh, this is what we should do. 'Cause I don't know what to do. But I do know. But here's I'm going to let you make it. We're going to have to end pretty soon, but I'm going to let you make a point in just a second. I just want to say, I don't want to hurt people's livelihoods, but are people's livelihoods worth people's lives?
I agree.
You'll learn about what's essential and non-essential. I would think that if you're talking about so-called return back to normal, my suggestion is we should return back to something better. We shouldn't go back to the same way we were, because where we were contributed to this crisis now. So if we're going to go and return to something post-pandemic, we should return to something actually better.
And Raising Girl makes a good point. They keep on saying, like, oh, the heat. There's there's other countries that have heat, and it's attacking the country, right? Yeah. So Raising Girl makes a good point. This virus is thriving through summer. I don't think.
And understand, there's a thing called hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, our winter is their summer.
Exactly.
So there's a other hemisphere, and you don't see places like South Africa and Australia being so-called completely because everybody says it's warm. No. That the issue, by the way, is not temperature, it's people's behavior. One of the reasons why certain diseases change in the summer is because places that are cold have people go indoors, have air, warm air circulated so that they infect each other in a much more efficient way. And when it becomes summer, they go and spread out. Yeah. It's not the temperature, it's the behavior of the people that is more the dominant factor.
Well, Dave, did you want to make one more point before we have to go?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way to summarize this and not sound like too fucking sad about it. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, our government is going to drop the ball. Leadership is going to totally fail. We're going to experience a backlash from people trying to restart the economy. That's going to prolong this pandemic that we are going through. And that's just going to be it. You remember the subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession. You remember that. You remember how all of the corporations and banks got fucking bailed out, but the people fucking didn't. That's happening again. That's happening again right fucking now. Where's our fucking stimulus? Where is, the fucking, what is it, moratorium on mortgages or whatever it's called? Where is all of that for regular fucking people right now? We got a one fucking time stimulus package of $1,200 fucking dollars.
Not all of us got
right.
that.
And not all of us fucking got that. And
I didn't.
And you should have, though. I'm pretty sure you fucking should have, because I'm pretty, I don't know if you filed taxes in 2018 or whatever it was and made less than $75,000 fucking dollars, but that's not fucking good enough. I'm telling you, the sad story is a lot of people are going to fucking die. The government is going to be totally inept. It's going to destroy the average working man, woman, them, they, whoever, right? And that's just what it is, dude. We're going to get fucking left behind.
It seems that way. It seems that way. But
well, that cheery note.
Yeah, that cheery note. We have come to the end of the show. We appreciate everybody watching, liking, sharing, and tipping, and we appreciate all the points Shabby made today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, some good conversation from you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
He don't feel well.
I'm the greatest.
He is the greatest.
You said earlier you're having some allergy issues. He don't feel very well, so he's yeah. And I'm trying to make an excuses for you here.
Pray for Shabisky.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, put him on your prayer list.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. That's going to solve. That's going to solve this pandemic. Is thoughts and prayers.
Raisin, I need to get you on the show. I think you and Missy would hit it off pretty well. Y'all got a lot of.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
Raisin and Missy.
Raisin's got big titties too.
Cool.
Whoa.
And like Missy, she is a smart cook.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far by either one of them. They both stupid bitches.
No. Raisin, I'm
oh, damn.
But anyway.
Quality people.
Yeah, she is very quality people. So is Missy. So is Shabby. So is Dee. So is Landon. And, of course, the voice of God himself, Booleanenator. Mm-hmm. We thank everybody. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Marshall Manson, Marilyn Mathers will be here. Shabisky, you were fucking horrible today.
I'm the greatest.
Nah, he's the greatest.
Horrible.
Yeah, I'm the greatest.
Horrible.
You're
I got one thing to say, Shabisky. Bullletter's about to end this. You're a bitch.